Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Guide Dental. This is Dr. Sahib Singh. So the subject for today's video is going to be dental materials. This is the third part or the third video or the last video for this subject. Whatever topics I'll be mentioning in the video are also mentioned in my blog by the name of Guide Dental, the link for which is provided in the description of the video. So starting with dental investments or investment materials, you should know the definition of a dental investment, the composition of an investment. In composition of an investment, you should know refractory material and binder material. Under these two headings, the functions and material used in each kind of investment. This is to be applied or explained in all kinds of investments. Classification of investment materials according to the binder particles. Gypsum bond in investments, you should know the classification according to ADA specification number 2, and the which one of these types shows thermal expansion, that is it is type 1, and hygroscopic expansion, that is type 2. Hygroscopic and thermal expansion is only found in gypsum bonded investment materials. This you should know, this is the very frequently asked MCQ or Viva question. So hygroscopic and thermal expansion has to be done in detail. You should know that thermal setting expansion is 0.6%, which is half of hygroscopic setting expansion, that is 1.2% for gypsum bonded investments. This is just an MCQ or a one-liner, but the thermal and hygroscopic setting expansions has to be studied in detail. In drawbacks of gypsum bonded investment, you should know about the sulfur trioxide gas. Coming to phosphate bonded investments, you should know the composition, types that is carbon containing and carbon free, setting reaction, advantages and disadvantages. Coming to ethyl silica bonded investments, you should know the composition, advantages studying under green and casting shrinkages, and the disadvantages of ethyl silica bonded investments. Ethyl silica bonded investments are not usually used nowadays, so mainly you should study about gypsum bonded and phosphate bonded investments in the last, when you have lack of time. The next chapter is casting procedures. Casting procedures, the direct and indirect wax pattern technique have to be done in detail. Concepts of sprue, sprueing, crucible has to be done in detail with diagrams. Do mention about runner bar in sprueing. Casting ring liners, you should know the purpose. Types that is asbestos and non-asbestos with examples. Minimum thickness of liner, that is 1 millimeter. Coming to investment, you should know the definition, basic procedures or technique, and types of mixing. That is, in case of gypsum bonded investments, there is vacuum mixing, hygroscopic low heat technique, and high heat thermal technique. Vacuum mixing is the most recommended. In burnout, you should know the definition, purpose and technique. In melting of alloy, you should know about torch melting and electrical melting, the technique, indications and parts of a flame. Parts of a flame can be done from a soldering and welding topic. It's the same over here also and there also. Coming to casting machines. In casting machines, you should know about induction melting and arc melting, the technique and any one indication. Coming to cleaning and finishing of casting, you should know about quenching and pickling, the technique and any one advantage and any one disadvantage each. Coming to casting defects. Casting defects, you should know the classification of casting defects in detail. Distortion, surface roughness and incomplete casting, you should know any one cause and any one correction mechanism. Now coming to porosities. Porosities is the one casting defect which is the most important, most common, and has to be studied in detail. You might get a separate short note just on porosities, so you should know they are talking about the casting defects. In porosities, you should know the classification in detail, localized shrinkage porosity, suck back porosity, pinhole porosity and back pressure porosity has to be done in detail. That is the mechanism, causes and the correction mechanisms. The next chapter is dental cements. The first cement is zinc phosphate cement. You should know the composition in detail, that is percentage of principal ingredient in powder and liquid and the function of each component, the manipulation, frozen slab technique and the setting reaction. Advantages, disadvantages and uses, any two each. Coming to zinc polycarboxylate cement, you should know the composition in detail, that is the percentage of principal ingredient in powder and liquid and the function of each component. Manipulation and setting reaction, Biocompatibility, you just mention one line that zinc polycarboxylate cement is biocompatible because the polyacrylic acid molecules are large. So obviously, common sense, they don't penetrate your dentin, they don't penetrate your dentinal tubules, and they are biocompatible. Advantages, disadvantages, and uses of using polycarboxylate cement. Any two each can be done. Coming to next cement, that is glass ionomer cement or GIC, extremely important in dentistry. This is the bread and butter of dentistry. So this you should know in detail by heart, because this will not only be used in the secondary dental materials, it will help you throughout as a dentist, as a clinician. It is very important. So you should know GIC has a synonym, that is polyalkenoate, and ASPA. ASPA is ASPA, aluminosilicate polyacrylate cement. Classification of GIC according to Smith and Wright, that is according to clinical uses has to be done, that is type 1 to type 9. Composition of GIC should be done in detail with function of each component in powder and liquid. Manipulation and setting reaction has to be done in detail. Setting and working time, the values and factors affecting the working and setting time. Anti-carcinogenic and fluoride releasing properties of GIC has to be done. In metal modified GIC, you should know the types and the specific applications. In resin modified GIC, you should know the definition, composition, setting reaction, advantages and disadvantages. Compomer, you should know the definition, composition, setting reaction, that is the single component and the two component system, advantages and disadvantages. Geomer, you should know only the definition and the uses. Coming to zinc oxide eugenol cement, you should know the types, indications, composition, setting reaction, manipulation, advantages and disadvantages. Resin cements, know the composition and the uses. 2 MCQs. Ormocer, ORMOCER. Ormocer means organically modified composites. Bowen's resins is 3 parts bis GMA and 1 part methyl methacrylate. Calcium hydro. Coming to calcium hydroxide, you should know it was given by Hermann, HERMANN. Its pH is 12, and the mechanism of action and the uses. Liners and bases, you should know the definition of liners and bases with any 4 to 5 indications each. Classification of liners with any one example each. Varnishes, you should know definition, composition and manipulation. Summary of pulpal protection procedures. There is a diagram given as Sturdivant, so that you can do. This no one will ask you in your exams, but you should know for your own understanding of liners and bases. Coming to the next chapter, that is dental amalgam. You should know the definition of dental amalgam, indications, advantages and disadvantages of amalgam, any 3 each. You should know an MCQ, that is amalgam is the only self-sealing restorative material. Classification of amalgam has to be done in detail. Composition of dental amalgam according to ADA specification number 1. Functions of major components of amalgam, that is silver, tin, copper and zinc, any 2 functions each. Difference in mechanical, only the mechanical properties between high copper and low copper alloys. Phases of amalgam, you should know the names, formula, in which is the weakest phase, that is gamma 2 in low copper amalgam and eta phase in high copper amalgam. Amalgamation process has to be done in brief. Mention about the 3 stages, that is initial contraction, expansion and limited or delayed contraction. Phases seen in each stage and the diagram. Basic formula for low copper amalgam is, of low copper amalgamation is, gamma phase plus mercury gives gamma 1 phase plus gamma 2 phase plus unreacted gamma phase. Creep, you should know the definition and the clinical significance. Factors affecting strength of amalgam, study under temperature, trituration, mercury content, condensation and porosity. Delayed or secondary expansion, you should know the definition and complications, any 3 to 4. EAMS technique, you should know the technique obviously and the advantages and the techniques, EAMS technique advantage over high mercury technique. Trituration, trituration, you should know the definition, objectives, methods only the names, surface appearance of normal mix, under and over triturated mix. Mulling, you should know the definition and significance. Condensation, you should know definition, objectives, technique and blotting mix only the definition. Burnishing, you should know definitions, objectives and the significance of pre-carbon, post-carb burnishing. Carving, you should just know the definition and objectives. Mercury toxicity, you should know the definition. Threshold value, that is 0.05 milligram per meter cube of air. Effects on body and precautions to prevent mercury toxicity. In precautions, do mention about the sulfur powder and the cinema formation and about the fixating solution. So this is the end for dental materials, or the third part of dental materials. If you found this video to be useful, please like, share and subscribe to my channel Guide Dental for further updates. Thank you so much.